likely to be in skilled trade sector by 2025. That is why I am proud that our government is giving women and all students the flexible access they need to pursue innovative training that leads to rewarding careers.
The next question, the member for Toronto Centre.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Pride Toronto released their 2023 Economic Impact Report this morning. I had the pleasure of putting a copy on every member's desk at their request. Pride Toronto has generated $600 million in economic activity for Ontario, creating almost 7,000 jobs. Very impressive. But because of rise of hate incidents, insurance and security costs have now doubled. This government has cut Pride Toronto's funding, and it is now sitting at 50% less than where it was in 2019. This is happening at a time as we're entering into a recession. During the time, Ontarians are now seeing rising hate everywhere. Pride festivals matter more than ever before. I want to thank the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sports for recently meeting Pride Toronto, but I understand that no commitments were made regarding funding. So the Premier is here today. I'd like to ask the Premier directly, will his government commit to increase permanent sustainable funding for Pride festivals across Ontario? Thank you.
Member for Brampton North and Parliamentary Assistant.
Thank you, Speaker, and I want to thank the member for the question. As we know, Ontario's strength is in our diversity and inclusivity. We're home to a strong and vibrant LGBT+ community whose experiences and contributions have and continue to make our province a stronger and better place. Our government believes that all Ontarians should be able to fully and freely express who they are and love whoever they want. As one of the world's largest Pride festivals, the Government of Ontario is proud to support Pride Toronto each year since 2018. We provided close to $1.5 million in grants to support the work they do to celebrate Toronto's LGBT+ community. But I would ask the member that when we support the LGBT plus community, we also support all of the members, including police officers who are members of the community as well. I hope that the member will speak to Pride Toronto and involve police officers in next year's Toronto Pride Parade. Thank you.
A supplementary question.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Under this government, we've seen a chronic underfunding of Pride festivals. This has now become an Ontario-wide problem. Grey Bruce Pride informs me that their local police service recently told them, and it's shocking, that they cannot guarantee their safety, despite the fact that they've seen increase of threats and violent protests. So speaking about safety, Speaker, I'm very interested in knowing why this government has not been able to develop an anti-2S LGBTQ hate crime strategy thus far. Windows are being broken, hateful graffiti sprayed on schools, pride flags torn down and burned, queer and trans families are being threatened and bullied, and yet we are seeing no action from this government. Speaker, how much longer do two-spirited queer and trans Ontarians have to wait before their safety matters to this government? Thank you.
For Brampton North.
Thank you, Speaker. And I'll mention as well that the minister has met with Pride Toronto several times, and Speaker, our government respects and supports members of Ontario's LGBT+ community. We've worked closely, the minister and myself, we've worked closely with community organizations. Actually, these discussions that we've had helped inspire the redesigned Anti-Hate Security Prevention Grant, which includes now Pride and Community and other LGBT+ organizations. I'll note that that's a $25.5 million investment that the member voted against. And when we talk about what that means, colleagues, when an LGBT+ organization like Loud North Bay, who's here with us today, invests in better windows or security cameras, that member voted against it. When we invest in measures to keep members of the LGBT+ community safe in Toronto or Brampton or other parts of Ontario, that member voted against it. So I think the member should look a little closer to home and stand up for the LGBT+ community in all communities that are victims of hate crimes. Thank you.